There we go. Okay. There! Now we're up. And video and everything. Man, it's like a production here.
What? Lies. Secrets and lies.
Gotta stop that music, though. It's driving me a little crazy. I was listening to Mega Man 2 music. That music's really good.
It's real dope.
Yep.
Real fucking good music.
Mm-hmm. I am a McDonald's coffee here.
Nice.
If there's one sponsorship, I would just be like, fuck yes, it's McDonald's. I love me some fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
Their coffee is one of my favorite places to get coffee, even.
I don't drink coffee, but I've heard that opinion before.
Yeah. It's actually surprising. The only thing I don't like about it, and I mean, it makes sense because somebody sued them over it, is that it's way too hot to drink when you first get it. It's like super heated.
Mm-hmm.
And
hot
it's
coffee is hot, man.
Yeah, but no, this is way hotter than that. It is like instant burns hot. It's pretty bad.
Look, man, this is what happens when you make coffee in the sun and then ship it over through teleporters.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking teleporters. Especially to Canada, where we don't get sun. It's been really dreary today, and I love it.
Yeah, today was really nice here too.
Yeah, not sunny.
Yeah, not that sunny. A little
Nice.
gray. Also meant there were less people outside. It was all great.
So people go out more over there during the sun?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I wonder why that is. Because for me, I would love to just go out in this weather here. When it's sunny, I want to stay inside.
Most people are sun worshippers. They
That's
worship
true.
the sun.
I mean, I don't blame them. It is the best covenant in Dark Souls.
And that was a thing I mostly came up with because I like to go to the beach, but I like to go in the water and then get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want to get sunburned.
Yeah.
But like 98% of people who go to the beach just want to sit on the beach for fucking hours and like cook.
Yeah.
It's like it seems fucking insane to me.
You can get burned really bad in the water on a sunny day, too. It acts like a fucking magnifying glass.
Yeah.
If you're in it too long.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can get burnt on really sunny days. You can get burned just sitting next to the sand in the shade.
Oh, yeah.
Your face bounce off.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's crazy how hot it can get when that sun's out.
Yeah.
The life-giving sun. I hate it.
It just wants to fucking destroy you.
Yeah. Just like water. How, like, it gives life, but it also, you drown in it. And it also hides Godzillas in the ocean.
Exactly. Fucking Godzillas.
Yo, I won't go to oceans for that reason. I'm fucking terrified because it's not, like, let's be serious here for a second. Godzilla's not a thing. But there are fucking creepy things in the ocean. There just are.
It's true.
I hate it. I hate the idea that I'm in an area where one of these creepy motherfucking things can grab me with its tentacle arm or something and drag me under into its watery tomb.
It doesn't happen very often of people being grabbed by tentacle arms. It's not super common.
It's not super common, but the fact that we're saying it's never happened, man, that freaks me out. I don't like that.
You probably don't want to see that new movie that's coming out, which is just a girl sitting on a rock while there's a shark around her.
That actually sounds pretty terrifying. Like that if it's done right, that seems like it could be a pretty scary situation, like intense situation.
Yeah, they're definitely built from the trailer. It seems like that's a serious movie.
Yeah, that could be a really funny movie too if they wanted to go that way.
I would be more into it if they were going that way.
Yeah,
honestly.
What's it called?
I fucking forget. Like I really don't.
It's probably just called like The Shark or something, right? Like something. Either that or a super pretentious title, like Stranded.
Yeah, it could be. It's also just funny because the trailer takes. It also seems like that movie's going to take forever to get going because the trailer even takes forever to get to its premise.
Great.
It's just like this girl who's going to travel to surf. It's like fucking on and on. And oh, this is a shark movie. Okay, I understand now. Movie.
Great.
I got you.
Yeah. Also, welcome Super 6612 to the last podcast you'll ever need.
See, it's the only one that matters.
Yeah, it's the Burning Barrel podcast, live again, episode 160 something. I'm Paul, and with me is Hank.
167.
167. There you go.
I'm here. Hello.
I lost a podcast along the way, so my numbering scheme on YouTube and stuff is so fucked. I don't actually know what podcast we're on it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll run down. It's been a while. It's been about a month, I think. Maybe a little longer. I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
We have some stuff to run down, so we'll chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chatting.
Should we just start with, like, the big movie that's recent?
Sure.
Because it's, like, the only movie I can really talk about. And then we'll talk a lot about video games.
Yeah.
So, Captain America Civil War came out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay.
Yep.
I will say. It is okay. I think some people, and some people I know very well, that I won't mention by name, are a little hyperbolic about that movie, though. And I was expecting more from it because of it. So they kind of ruined a little bit of it for me. Because they're like, it's the best Marvel thing ever made. And I was just like, okay, this is going to be like bigger than Avengers. I'm so ready. And then I go in, I'm like, that was good, but I'm left wanting a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I'm not as left wanting as I was by Avengers 2.
See, that's kind of my theory as well, is that everybody was kind of let down by Avengers 2, even though, like, they smiled through it and nodded. They're like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. But, so, like, this, by comparison, just looks fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some things I have problems with. We'll get to. What did you think of the movie as a whole?
I liked it as a whole. My biggest problem is I don't think the plot is... I don't like that plot. The Civil War... I mean, I fucking hate the Civil War comic. But I think they did, like, kind of as good a job as I could expect them to do.
Yeah, that plot is terrible.
Yeah. Like, my favorite parts are, like, the humor moments and like, the way characters bounce off each other and interact. That's my favorite stuff, and that movie got all that, so...
Yeah.
That's really what I look for from those movies. Like,
sure.
that's what I want them to get to. But also, I just thought that superhero fight scene,
Yeah,
is the one thing I could totally see people is like what people get hyperbolic out most.
Yeah,
because it's the first kind of scene in one of these Marvel movies where heroes are using their powers like together and against different powers. Because so often these movies people get paired against their fucking clone, basically. Like in Iron Man or Ant-Man, or just fucking armies of robots, or a portal sucking everything in. Those are like the three big ones.
Yeah.
So it's just cool to see powers like bouncing off each other. And that's what I want more of as these movies go forward, is them to get crazier with that comic book action stuff.
I agree.
So this is like, you're getting there. You're getting there, guys. You're not there yet.
Yeah.
Not there yet. But you're getting there.
See, the way I had heard it, that they were there.
Yeah.
And I don't think they were. So that scene that we're talking about, I guess this is probably a good time to say spoilers for this movie.
Yeah.
Because we don't really ever not do spoilers about stuff we talk about. So
It's true.
So if you're new or
It's
whatever.
It's hard to talk about stuff, really, if you don't do spoilers.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
You're super limited.
But the part we're talking about is the airport scene, where basically Captain America is trying to get his friend Bucky, the Winter Soldier, out, away from like all the douchebags on the opposite side, trying to bring him in to basically kill him, essentially.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get them, and like they found out some other intel, blah blah blah, plot line, and that's what they're gonna do. So they're trying to get out. They're at the airport, gonna steal a plane to get out of that area. So they are stopped. This is where like the Civil War line is drawn in the sand, and you have like the two sides standing off against each other, and then they start fighting and stuff. Blah blah blah. Yeah. You're right. That stuff is really cool, and like it's really cool to see how like the superpowers they use against each other. Like how would Spider-Man take out like a flying enemy, and he like jams up his fucking wing contraption thing, like with his web, and yeah, like it's really cool how they're kind
Yeah.
of going to Ant-Man has a great part.
Yeah, Ant-Man fucking that was really good. That they just bust out Ant-Man growing is just fucking
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah. No, it was so good. So the thing I have a problem with this scene, even though it's dope as fuck,
Yeah.
I don't like the feeling of them pulling their punches, and this is inherently
Totally.
because that plot line is fucking stupid. How
Yeah.
they're like fighting over politics thing, but even though they're still friends, like yeah, they're quote unquote mad with each other or something, like they on opposite ends of this thing, but they don't want to hurt each other.
Yeah.
And you like it feels just kind of like they're doing some weird training exercise in the end.
Yeah.
At like
absolutely.
this airport's expense.
Yeah. That's a big reason why I don't like the plot is
Yeah.
I want to see that scene using those powers where it's against a villain with a whole different power set or multiple
Yeah.
villains with different power sets.
Yeah.
And like they could really cut loose and do
Yeah.
crazy shit.
That's why when they go up against Thanos, it's gonna be probably pretty fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's gonna actually be fucking amazing when they do that.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I would be fucking terrified to make that movie because I would just be
know.
sitting there as like the director and producer and just being like, how the fuck are we gonna do this? Like we built it up already with a pretty cool fight scene, and now we have to do like ramp it up even more from there.
Yeah, they have to keep ramping it up. Movies.
Yeah.
They have to keep ramping it up or they fail.
So I'll counteract my disappointment with that scene and
Yeah.
raise it with what happens later on when some more plot happens. Iron Man finds out that the Winter Soldier killed his parents or whatever,
Yeah.
and that Captain America knew it. That Cap knew it. So they fight again, and this time it's like for blood. Like Captain's trying to like hold him off, sort of thing, but Tony Stark just wants to fucking kill him, right? Like he's
Yeah.
trying so hard to rip them apart, and it's so fucking good. Holy shit, that is a good fight scene. Like
Yeah, it's
that's the edge of your seat type of like, holy shit, this is gonna go so bad.
yeah,
fight scene.
that's where they've aligned the characters' emotions with what they're fucking doing for
Yeah.
once.
Like Bucky just grabbing onto his fucking chest and like squeezing, trying to rip him apart. Oh my god, it's so good, that scene. Fuck, and that's what I wanted between all of them.
But you can't fucking do that with
No,
heroes.
you can't do it, and it's kind of disappointing. That's why I don't like the storyline in general.
Yeah. Because either you have to pull all your punches
Yeah,
or you have to ruin at least half the heroes
yeah,
and make them not heroes anymore. You have to make them villains.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Inherently, that's what the best villains in anything are to me, though. Is
Yes, you're
somebody
right.
who is just adamant that they're right, right? Like,
Yeah.
I know what's going on here. I'm right. Fuck these guys. And then,
Yeah.
like, you're just like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. Like, when they're so steadfast in their belief, that's a perfect villain right there.
Yes.
Tony Stark is actually the perfect villain. It's just that I don't think they did that good enough in the movie. Like, for a visual medium like a movie, I think they could have showed me, like, they had to make me care a little bit more, I think, for this battle. I'm glad that they took it away from just being kind of like this stupid political thing that only an idiot would be on the other side of,
Yeah.
like, i.e. Tony Stark, as like in the comic books.
Well, I will say, it's Tony Stark's position is less stupid in the movie than it is in the
Yeah,
comic
that's
books.
what I mean.
In the comic books, it's fucking hurt. It's so bad.
It's just fully political. Like, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the movie, it's like what they're arguing over.
Yeah.
The fucking UN oversight is way less of a like
Yeah.
huge thing than the Superhuman Registration Act, which is
Yeah.
totally fucked.
To
And
the point where it makes Captain America seem just kind of like a stubborn jackass for a little bit until the government just turns out to be evil, as
Yeah,
the government
that's-
always turns out to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
The weird thing is like, Cap, why don't you just sign the dumb paper? Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
If you don't want to follow them, don't follow them then.
Yeah.
You didn't have to make this a big deal right now.
This is the thing, is that I felt like right from the get-go, he was just like, no, like, I'm not signing this or whatever. I think it would have had a little more gravitas in me if he was like, he signed it, and then he realized, like, oh, they're, like, gonna fuck us over. Like, fuck this thing. And then Tony was like, no, you gotta come back or whatever.
I get... So, one of my other problems with this movie is, like, where the characters... Where Iron Man and Cap are coming from is informed by what they did in their previous movies, like Tony Stark's PTSD in Iron Man 3 and fucking what the government was in fucking Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But they don't reference it enough in this movie.
They don't at all.
And they come up with like much weaker reasons to like for like as like the bullet point on the plot for why it's happening. And it undercuts a lot of that work. Like, you did the work. People watch those movies. Why aren't you kind of following through better?
Yeah. You know what could have, like, made that even better? Like, this is the thing, is that to make me care a little bit more, have the scene where dude blows up in the fucking thing. Like, instead of being thrown into a building and 12 people die or whatever from the explosion from Scarlet Witch, have him that, like, Scarlet Witch saved Captain America at the last second. He blew up a bunch of things, and, like, Tony Stark is, like, holding a dying kid in his arms or something, tears running down his face, just like looking up and like saying like, this, we can't keep doing this, or like make it feel like, give me a connection that's like, this is actually really shitty what they're doing. Or you know what, they're having like a what are they, like a scrum against each other or something, they're practicing or whatever, right? And like something goes horribly wrong, the Avengers accidentally topple the building instead of like a little explosion, the whole fucking building is gone, like hundreds are dead. Make it a big fucking event that causes this. Not like 12 people dying. Come on, man. They in the last Avengers movie, they killed a city worth of people by it being lifted up in the air and being destroyed, basically.
Yeah. That's like the one direct plot point they took from the comic.
Yeah,
is this fucking woman showing up and showing Tony Stark a photograph, and that's why he does it. It's fucking terrible.
You know,
at least in the comic, they retconned it eventually for his real reason for doing it, which was it was to stop the Plan B, which was the government building a shit ton of Sentinels.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's why this is fucking horrible, because Sentinels are a thing in the Marvel Universe, guys.
Yep.
But yeah, because to me, if you want to make the Tony Stark thing work, fucking some woman showing up and showing a photograph is
it's not enough.
So weak. He should just, on his own, know every single person that's died because of what they've done.
Yeah, absolutely.
He should already be aware.
He is. That's the thing. It's like, why does this one woman matter? He already has PTSD. He knows shit's fucked up. It needed to come to a head where he is like looking up at Captain America with like tears in his eyes as he's holding a dying child with like his legs blown off in like his arms or something. Like it had to be a moment that was just heart-wrenching. And instead it's this lady just giving him a picture and walking away. Like it's so fucking lame.
Instead of that, it should have been a scene of like him obsessively going over like data of everyone who's died in Avengers because of the Avengers.
And why don't they reference any of the shit that they've done, really, that like fucked up the world? They're throwaway lines. There's like, the whole Ultron thing. I think Tony Stark is just like, oh yeah, that was my bad. Like that's how they reference the Ultron thing. The Ultron thing is the worst thing that the Avengers have ever done in this world. And this is enough of a reason why they should be stopped. They didn't even need to add another reason. He almost destroyed the fucking universe.
Like, I know. There's like definitely not enough attention paid to like what Tony Stark is going against is like what he's been doing for fucking all these movies.
Yeah,
like
it's weird.
In Iron Man 1, he unilaterally decided, I'm going to do this stuff because I need to do it. And then he kept doing that, and then he fucked up really fucking bad.
Yeah.
It's like,
it seems like a weird turn for the guy who, when you first see him, is like, I privatized world peace. And
Yeah.
he's just like an egocentric piece of shit. And now he's like, oh, the government needs
Or
to like
the
fuck
UN.
off.
Fuck the
UN, yeah.
Fucking N.
You know what? It would actually be more to their advantage for the U.S. government to control them because the UN never gets anything done.
Also,
At all.
fucking Thunderbolt Ross, really? That's the
Yeah.
guy you're gonna trust?
Yeah.
That fucking piece of shit.
There's so many things that left me wanting with that movie, but when it pops off with the dumb superhero shit,
Yeah.
it feels good. It feels like you're home in that movie, and I like it.
Their Spider-Man is really fucking good.
Yeah, it's a different type of Spider-Man than we've ever seen, and I'm glad for that.
That's the kind of Spider-Man I want, which is just fun and like
Yeah.
excited about stuff.
Yeah,
It was really good.
yeah, for sure.
It's totally crammed in, but I didn't care because it was fun and it made the movie better. Because that's the big thing about Spider-Man being in the Avengers in the comics for me is he makes things more visually interesting all the time.
Sure.
Like you have all these characters that generally just stand in a row.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man is always in some weird position.
He's like crouching or like upside down, sticking from the wall, waving or something.
It's like a simple thing, but it like just makes everything better and more
You're
interesting.
right. I agree, for sure.
I thought Black Panther they made him cool and a badass. Like that worked.
Yeah, I never really cared for Black Panther, and this movie made me excited to see a movie with him. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, that totally worked. Black Widow finally got to do some stuff.
Yeah. Although I will say, every time she did stuff, I could totally tell it was her stunt double. Like, it's so fucking obvious. But that's fine. It doesn't matter because Scarlett Johansson and her stunt double are both Black Widow. It's fine.
It's great to see Ant-Man again. That character's
Doing
great.
some stuff we haven't seen.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. That. Holy shit, that part's hilarious.
I did it once in a lab.
Yeah, that part's really good. And like I said, that ending.
Yeah.
That ending's so good.
Yeah.
With that final
Vision
fight.
doesn't come off well at all in that movie.
I've never liked Vision anyway, so I don't care.
Yeah, but I will say that one moment where he picks up Thor's hammer in Avengers 2 is
Yeah.
real good.
Yeah.
It's a good laugh.
No, for sure. Yeah.
And I don't feel like they followed through on that.
I feel like this movie didn't have very many good laughs for me. Like, usually there's usually a good couple chuckles here and there in these movies. I felt this one didn't have that for me, and I'm wondering why. It's kind of weird. I know they tried some things, but I guess they just didn't resonate with me personally.
Fair enough. There were a lot of smiles.
Smiles. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how much real laughter. The plot is so fucking dour.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
finding any humor in it is so fucking refreshing. Particularly, this movie really compares super well to Batman vs Superman, which had no fucking humor at all.
I still didn't see that.
Yeah, it's not worth seeing.
Yeah, that's why I haven't.
But yeah, if you compare those movies, holy shit, Civil War is fucking amazing.
I'm
but,
sure.
It's mostly just it's a Marvel movie.
It is.
The best way I've heard the Marvel movie described is they have a high floor, but they have a low ceiling.
Okay.
Like they've like there's a consistency to them. They're all pretty good.
Yep.
Even the less so good ones, but they're also just kind of overstuffed and not the best thing. They're not the best movies.
I
They're
feel
just
the
pretty
Winter
good.
Soldier character is kind of boring.
Yeah, he's super boring.
Yeah.
It's like super boring.
To the point where even Hawkeye, when he's in it for like 20 minutes, was more entertaining to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it's just because he's had more time with like that cast, like the actor, I mean, to like almost get like that friendship bond where when they're on screen together, they just like work. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Like,
They-
fuck,
I mean,
man.
they used Hawkeye better here than they did in
Yeah.
Avengers 2 for sure. In Avengers 2, they were putting him to, they were trying to like structure a plot around him, which no. Hawkeye is the dude who's totally out of his depth. And he's just like, well, I'm just going to fucking do it. I mean, I don't know what else to do. So
Yeah.
I'll just fucking try.
How do you feel about Captain America not dying?
I I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I am
Like,
too, because I like Captain America in these movies, so
yeah,
that's why I'm fine with it. But
and it's just like that happened in Civil War is like to set up the next story. It's not really
yeah,
an integral part of Civil War to me. It's
sure.
like the setup for fucking Dark Reign. Like it's just
Well, I mean, it's a
secret
pretty
information.
big part of Civil War just because, like, it's the easy way to show how, like, dire the situation has gotten, right?
Yeah, eh. But it
But,
has
yeah.
it's just fucking someone shoot like
And, yeah, no, I know. It's so,
and
like, dumb the way. Yeah.
it's just to launch into a different kind of Cap story where Cap is like it's so much that event comic thing,
Yeah.
and it's not this movie because of what this movie is setting up, which is Infinity War. You fucking need Captain America around.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Like
sure.
if they had killed him, then they just would have had to have a complicated storyline in the next movie where they brought him back to life, and I don't need to see that. Just have him in the movie. Like it's fine.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like that character. Whatever.
Yeah, dude, I like that guy. I also just this movie it doesn't really feel that much like Civil War. It feels much more like the sort of classic way that superheroes get together, which was always the superheroes fight and then eventually team up. It just
Yeah.
we don't really get the team up in this movie, but we get the team up in Infinity War. Like,
I'm kind of glad we don't get the team up at the end.
oh yeah,
I like how I like the way that movie ends is such a dour feeling
yeah,
where they're both separate in different places. Like holy shit, it's kind of depressing in a way, but I love
yeah.
it.
No,
It's so good.
I want yeah. That's totally like I'm really cool with fiction that feels confident enough that it can end in a down place
Yeah.
because it knows it's gonna fucking then shit on them more in the next one, and then shit will get really intense.
Let's be real though. They are going to get back together and put like
Oh my
bygones
God.
be bygones in the next
That's
one.
like I mean that's like the other thing. Like by the end of that fucking letter that Captain
Yeah.
America sends Iron Man at the end, you're like, yeah, of course. Like
Yeah.
if shit goes, if Infinity War happens, yo, if fucking Infinity War happens, we're cool.
Yeah.
Also, what really is dumb to me is like, oh, now they just put Bucky back to sleep. Great, because he's just a
Yeah.
fucking like plot device.
He was. And I think I'm okay with I don't care about him at all. I don't
Well,
care.
I mean, they didn't make. They went on the amnesia thing too hard,
Yeah.
where he just wasn't interesting at all. He didn't know anything interesting. He didn't really do anything interesting. He's not. It's not like he has an interesting power set. He just has a metal arm that somehow attracts bullets because he never gets shot. He always
Yeah.
blocks his arm. Like it's not that great.
Super's right. War Machine getting paralyzed is like pretty great in my like that's pretty shitty.
Yeah,
Because
handled it well.
I really like that part though because you think like any other time, right? They catch him at the last second
yeah.
but like this time fucking smack right into the ground. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm like way more okay with him getting fucking paralyzed in a way that's just more guilt for Tony, but
Yeah.
he'll be okay than like if they killed someone of him. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm much with that. I thought that worked much better because it like adds to the character. It adds more flavor.
Wasn't it Tony that did it too?
It was Vision.
Oh, Vision, right.
Vision.
Vision's
Vision,
such an
like-
idiot.
Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit in that movie. Holy crap! I love the throwaway line like stuff with Tony trying to keep Scarlet Witch under wraps.
Yeah.
And, like inside, it's like they're hinting at like the mutant registration stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't fucking just go out and do it. It's like
They should.
Yeah, I get what you're referencing, guys.
I don't know why they don't to just finally like connect those two movies and worlds. Like they could have done that right now.
I mean, that's business deals.
Yeah.
Like Fox is not in the position that Sony is in, where Sony's like,
Yeah.
please, we need your help.
Yeah. That's
Like,
irritating.
Yeah, the X-Men movies have been doing okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how this new one is. It's coming out pretty fucking soon.
I love Scarlet Witch in this, by the way. They
Cool.
finally gave her some free reign to play around with what she does, because when she's introduced in Age of Ultron, the only thing she's doing is like protecting them from like a shitload of fucking robots and then blowing up. That's basically her whole part in that movie. Oh, and playing with people's minds for a little bit, but like big fucking deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had my fill of mind control.
Yeah.
After fucking Hawkeye and Avengers 1. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that interesting. I really like the scene where she buries the Vision. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Seeing her go, no,
God, it's
fuck
so
you.
good.
Fuck you.
So fucking good. Jesus.
Fuck you and your fucking sweater.
I just love how powerful she is, too.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. That movie's okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can talk for hours about the things I hate about it,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, it's the things I loved about it that I remembered. So,
Yeah. So actually, I should talk about something tangentially related to the movie. Was when I went to see it, my friend had bought the tickets and somehow had accidentally bought 4DX tickets,
okay.
which is like D-Box.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the seats shake.
Okay.
There are like fans in the theater.
Okay.
There's like a button next to you that's press for water on or water off. If you
Okay.
have water on, like sprays water in your face when water happens in the movie. And then there are like wind jets on your fucking neck that like blast you in your neck. It was so fucking obnoxious. I had to walk out of the theater and go see a fucking regular show. I couldn't. It was so fucking annoying. I
Really?
was so mad. Yeah. It just,
Wow.
it drove me. It was also in 3D. It was fucking. I couldn't deal with it. When I left, my heart was fucking beating because I was so fucking mad about like the theater experience.
Let me tell you about my theater experience then.
Okay.
All right, so I get off work a little bit early. We go see a 10:50 p.m. like at night showing. Nobody in the theater. This theater just got renovated, so there's like reclining couch seats.
Oh,
So we sat dead set in the middle, just like reclined all the way back, and just like watched the movie with some popcorn. Nobody around. We were chatting, going on our phone.
Yeah.
Like, it was fucking dope. It was so good.
So the reason he got those tickets was because they were assigned seating. And all the AMC theaters, this was Regal, all the AMC theaters around here have gone to assigned seating because they have reclining chairs.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what he thought he was getting. But instead, fucking Regal is a piece of shit and it's this dumb 40X bullshit. And also, like, the chairs weren't comfortable. Like,
oh, that sucks.
it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Your competitor has the fucking comfiest chairs where you can basically lie down while you watch a movie.
Yep. I was afraid I was going to fall asleep, honestly.
Yeah.
It was right after work, and I was so comfortable.
That was like when I saw, when I watched Pan in the theater.
Oh,
I had
God.
a reclining chair. I was basically like, this is like, I'm just like taking a nap while this shitty movie is on.
Yep. So I had, like, the best theater experience you can get.
Those reclining chairs are so fucking good.
They're so good.
It's like, oh my God.
It actually, I didn't realize that the theater here did that, like, recently. It makes me actually want to go out to movies more regularly, because it's comfortable now.
Yeah.
So.
It makes such a huge difference.
Yeah. Which is good. There's a lot of movies this year. So.
Yeah, particularly for me, because I'm fucking tall, and, like, in a standard movie theater, I need to sit on the aisle, because there isn't, like, room for my feet.
Yeah.
Middle. Like, or my legs. Like, it's just not comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, fuck D-Fox. One thing that was improved was the fucking roller coaster ad thing at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
That was good. The most annoying part was the wind jets at your neck. So, like, whenever bullets were fired, it was like your fucking neck was being flicked. It was fucking horrible.
So did you just leave right away and go see another thing, or did you watch it twice, the movie twice?
I lasted like 10 minutes before I walked out.
Okay.
It's a regular showing.
Okay. With
Which
your
turned out to be
friend?
fucking no. For some reason
He stayed.
he fucking hated it, but wasn't gonna leave. I was just like, fuck, I can't fucking deal with this, and I went to a regular showing. The theater turned out to be fucking empty. It was great. It's
Great.
like release weekend. It was fucking empty in the regular theater. I assume because most people had gotten and the fucking D-Box theater was packed.
Oh
It's
yeah.
hilarious the number of people in there who didn't know what they had gotten themselves into.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like people were fucking howling with laughter
Yeah.
when that fucking shit started. Like, what the fuck is going on? Ugh, it was bad, dumb.
Yeah. It's
Also, they would like
fucking dumb.
put up colored lights on the sides based on what was. Fucking fans. Fucking water.
Yeah, that's bad.
My friend said the best part was getting sprayed in the face with water when a man drowned.
It's like,
It adds to the immersion.
yeah, exactly. Like when War Machine smacks into the earth, somebody just like comes up to you and throws a little bit of dirt in your face and walks away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was fog machine too.
Okay, the fog machine I can get behind. I'm down
There
with
was
that.
smoke from the bottom of the theater.
That I can get behind that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Also, there were smells
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
without smells.
Fuck. But yeah, Civil War is good.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's under the Captain America like brand and not an Avengers thing. So, yeah. They did it right, I think. As
Yeah.
right as you can do that storyline.
Yes. I also just want to quickly mention the fucking luck of Iron Man actually showing up at the end for that guy's plan to work. What the like the coincidence?
Oh, yeah.
Like how the fuck is he supposed to know Iron Man is gonna show up there when Cap and Bucky do? Like if Iron Man hadn't shown up, it's like Cap watches this video and goes, "Yeah, I know." I actually already knew. I'm okay with it. He was mind controlled. It's fine.
We should talk about Spider-Man for a quick second
Sure.
and how I'm super glad that they realized and know that Spider-Man is a known entity with the world now, and they didn't have to explain why he does what he does. They didn't even have to say it.
Yeah.
They just like have a throwaway line where he's basically like, because like when you can do something and you don't, bad things happen. Like,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's also like one of those things that fucking Batman v Superman had to show you fucking Batman's origin all over again.
Oh,
with his
fuck.
parents dying. It's like, guys, you don't fucking know. Stop. Bad.
No, they
But-
did Spider-Man
did it.
perfect, I
Yeah.
thought.
Yes. And I
And-
thought his costume looked really good when it moved in the movie. Like,
Yep.
Just good.
His costume was really good. I like that too. Also, Hot Aunt May is weird. But sure. Who the hell
It's-
was it that played her again?
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was honestly weirder that Peter Parker's aunt was this fucking elderly woman. When,
Yeah,
like,
no.
should be around the same age as his mom should be. I
No,
would think. Instead
you're-
of like his grandmother.
You're right. It's just that
Yeah.
that's how we've known her forever.
I know.
So yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they've just been heading more in that direction. Just like the ultimate version of Aunt May was much younger,
Yeah.
more like, but yeah. Marissa Tomei's hair was not white even.
No. No, yeah, I'm glad they
Yeah, that's a fine change.
I like
She
what they've
doesn't need
done
to be a
there.
fucking elderly woman. That's unnecessary.
agreed. Yeah. Should we talk about the other movie we have here that you
Sure.
saw? I don't know anything about this movie, so
So this is The Nice Guys,
okay.
which is the new Shane Black movie.
Ryan Gosling.
It's got Ryan Gosling and fucking what's his name? Russell Crowe.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look this up here.
And it's like a 70s. They both play different kinds of private investigators in the 70s.
Okay.
So it's like, and it's got that private investigator Shaggy Dog quality. It's really fucking good. Like, I really fucking love this movie. It's super violent and like it's just like fucking R-rated movie.
Okay.
So, like a lot of what they're investigating is centered around a porn ring.
So what's the story here? Like, what's the main thing that's going on? Or is it just like a day in the life thing of these two guys?
Well, they're sort of like end up being investigating on opposite sides of this case, looking for this one girl.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, Russell Crowe's character is like super professional about what he does as a private investigator, but he does not licensed or anything. He just like puts out ads and is like a pseudo celebrity in terms of like having advertisements and just helping people
Okay.
with cash. And then Ryan Gosling's character is like a licensed private investigator, but he's also a single father, but he's a complete fucking alcoholic mess who mostly takes cases from old women who are like looking for someone who's dead already.
Okay.
Like there's a scene where he's like he's taking a case from this woman and she's like, I just haven't seen my husband in so long. It's so rare for him to be gone for so long. It's like, well, where was the last time you saw him? The funeral.
God damn it.
And you can see his ashes on the mantle. And then he's like, all right, I think I can find him. I think I can do this job.
Wow. All right.
So then he ends up looking for this girl, and Russell Crowe gets hired by her to scare off the people who are after her. So like Russell Crowe breaks into his house, punches him, and fucking breaks his arm. It's like the first time they meet. And eventually they team up because things are not what they seem. There's also a good just like for like the ridiculous of this movie I can describe is an early scene where I think it's the first scene actually. This kid sneaks into his parents' bedroom at night, goes under their bed, steals a porno mag, is looking at it, is like super casually like drinking a drink in the kitchen and like looking at a fucking centerfold spread thing fold out.
Uh-huh.
This one splayed out. And then you see this car go down the hill, and as he's walking by, it crashes through the house completely. Goes right through the house, fucking destroys everything. And he like wanders out, and he sees the same porn star who was in the magazine, like splayed out but all bloody in like the same position, and then she dies. And that's like
Great.
who Ryan Gosling's character gets hired by like her mother, grandmother to find. Like he's supposed to find this woman who's clearly dead, but she thinks she saw her in the window of her apartment and after the funeral, and that leads Ryan Gosling to chasing this other girl who was involved in things, and it gets much more complicated and
Sure.
bigger. But
Yeah, because it's a movie.
yeah,
So
'cause
sure.
it's a movie,
Yeah.
but it has like a Shaggy Dog quality. This things fucking happen. You're like, what?
Okay.
So there's a thing of like Russell Crowe is like works at what he does, where Ryan Gosling's fucking completely drunk and just stumbles into clues. It just like has super good luck at just like fucking stumbling into the right thing.
So it's like a Frank Grimes episode.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I like it. Okay. That sounds
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It's got like Shane Black, really sharp, quick dialogue. It's really good. The girl who plays Ryan Gosling's daughter
Yep.
is really good. Really good child actress.
Okay.
It's just fucking fun. It's really, really fun and funny. There are a lot of scenes in the movie that are totally pointless and they could have cut, but they're just like, this is funny. Let's just leave it in. That's cool.
Yep.
It's just a movie that fucking goes for it. So which is super cool to see. Like,
That's definitely like a Shane Black thing, though.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's good to hear. This doesn't look like a movie I'm probably going to see in theaters, though. I think this one it doesn't look bombastic or giant or anything like that. I think I'd be happy watching this like on my TV at home or whatever.
Fair enough.
So one day I will see it for sure, and
Yeah.
I think I'll probably enjoy it. It looks good actually from what I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
Fucking Ryan Gosling. Fucking guy. Jesus. I just every time I see him, I see Breaker High.
It's also
Anyway.
just good to see like Russell Crowe fucking like acting and not being a fucking block of wood like he is in a lot of movies.
I haven't
Like
seen him in a movie in a while, actually.
like he's just fucking terrible and in a lot of terrible things. But like when he's on, like in Master and Commander, I think he's really good. It's just he's not.
Oh yeah,
that generally.
like
Honestly.
he's had awards and acclaims showing that he is very, very good at what he does when he's on.
Yeah.
He chooses some bad movies though too.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's it for movie talk.
Yeah.
It's been a little quiet on that front, I think. But I mean, it's about to pop off. X-Men is soon.
X-Men is soon. Yeah. Yeah. There hasn't. I kind of wanted to see another movie this weekend, but like there's just nothing that interested me at all.
Yeah,
It's out right now.
X-Men and Warcraft are like my two next ones, I think.
Yeah. Definitely gonna see those.
Oh, we got on top of Civil War, we got the trailer for Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
That movie looks so good.
That movie looks cool.
Yeah, like visually interesting.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested.
I never knew much about Doctor Strange. Yeah, some Doctor Strange.
I'm not a big fan of Doctor Strange, but I have like a Doctor Strange action figure right here.
Yeah, okay. I really like how that trailer
Doctor
ends
Strange
too.
is like
with his
stories. They're like cool and like super comic booky, despite he's not like a great character.
Yeah,
Like I don't really give a shit about Doctor Strange, but like the stuff he's involved in is always crazy and fucking weird. So it's got
because like he
everyone
can
going
go
for it.
between the different dimensions, right?
Yeah,
Like, does he walk between them or just see them or like?
he goes into an astral form
Right.
where
Okay.
he doesn't like have physicality, but he can still do magic stuff.
Yep.
There's also a really good fucking comic about how written by Mike Mignola, drawn by Mike Mignola, who created Hellboy. That's about Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom. When Doctor Strange became the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Doom was the runner-up.
Okay.
Doctor Strange had to grant him one request, and Doctor Doom's request was to have Doctor Strange help him rescue his mother from hell.
You know, a small task.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom's mother was in hell basically for still loving Doctor Doom, even though he's a horrible monster. It's a really good comic.
That's so dumb. I like it though. It's just dumb.
It's really good, and the art is fucking amazing.
You know,
Called Triumph and Torment.
Mike Mignola is good, but I met him once and he was a total dick, so I don't have any love towards that guy.
That's great.
He was a total piece of shit.
Wow, cool.
I probably just got him on a bad day.
Yeah.
So, what? Like we all have bad days, but it colored my opinion on him.
Yeah, I try to separate people from their work.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, I love Hellboy. Hellboy
Yeah.
is like that movie. First of all, is one of my favorite like comic book movies. But that comic book is fucking fantastic.
yeah, Hellboy 2. Hellboy 2 is one of my favorite comic books.
You know, I haven't seen all of Hellboy 2. I fell asleep after half an hour in it,
Oh wow.
and I never finished it. I should
I
probably
fucking-
look it up.
I love that movie because for me, it's like Hellboy 1 showed a whole lot of promise,
Yeah.
but I felt like Hellboy 2 had a better script, and
Okay.
it kind of held together better as a movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Hellboy 2 is one of my absolute favorite comic book movies. I really like that.
Well, I mean, Hellboy 1 is kind of like a weird pseudo origin story, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Hellboy
So-
2 is just another adventure.
Yeah. No, I think I'd be down for that for sure. Let's talk about video games, because
Video games.
that's what we've been doing more of. Although none of these games are really that huge. Like, I guess Doom is the new hotness. I want to hear about Star Fox. So let's talk about Star Fox first, because I've heard some bad things.
Yeah. Yeah. The controls are just.
Terrible.
They're especially terrible at first.
Okay.
And they're less terrible the more time you spend with it. But like I can't begrudge anyone who plays that and goes, "This is shit," and throws it away. Like I would have preferred standard controls, but the thing is, and some of the missions are really bad at like the way it makes you use them, and they're slow, and it's not super good. But there are a couple missions, particularly the reason that they're bad is because you're aiming with the a lot of times with the gyroscope and the Wii U controller, and you're kind of, but you also have to look at the screen to get situational awareness. You end up like your spatial awareness is bad. Like you'll run into shit.
Right.
If you're trying to dodge shit, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's like it's not fun. But when there are levels that are you're just out in space, and you don't have to worry about that so much, it works much better. The R-Wing levels specifically work much better. The other problem is like they're holding on to fucking the N64 stuff of all the different vehicles. So all these different control schemes you're constantly learning. Like it's not just it's one bad control scheme. It's that like this vehicle has its own dumb control scheme and this vehicle has its own dumb control scheme that's completely different. That's fucking obnoxious. But like the R-Wing levels, particularly when you're fighting Star Wolf, that game is actually really good. I actually came to really like the controls because you got so much more. The fights with Star Wolf in that game are fucking intense, and like Star Wolf is doing much more because the game can like let them do that because you have to like use the controller. You have much more precise aim, so you can actually use that to your advantage to fight them better. That's like not enough of the game to justify that, and they're again, the fucking helicopter levels are the worst because that thing's just slow. Like it's slow moving.
Yeah.
This is a bummer. But there are space battles I actually really liked. The thing that I like playing it that I really realized though is the core of what's if you actually wanted to make a new Star Fox game that was good.
Yeah.
And you weren't Nintendo, so you weren't just fucking doing the same shit over and over again. You were actually looking at what good companies
you're trying to iterate. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're actually trying to iterate,
Yeah.
you make that game a roguelike.
Oh
Star
man.
Fox is basically a roguelike, like introduction roguelike for babies.
You
Like,
just
that's what
said
franchise
the
is.
thing I want right now.
Like,
I would play it.
like if that game were a roguelike, that's how that works. Multiple paths, fucking secrets you find. If you added unlockable characters instead of these dumb alternate like jet modes, like if instead of just the R-Wing, you had like Falco's R-Wing or Cat's R-Wing or Bill, you could play as Bill.
Different bosses that can show up every few levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a host of bosses. Like if you made that game that way, that's how you fucking bring that game forward.
Yeah.
And like so mostly I had that idea in my head and I just wanted to play this game to like get back in the Star Fox mind and think about it. But like that's how you fucking fix Star Fox. Like,
Oh,
you
for
make
sure.
Like
Yeah, no. Comet says that he doesn't have anything to add to whatever you're saying. You're on point, especially about the part in your review about the bomb button not being on B.
yeah, they fucking moved the bomb button to like ZR or something, or maybe just R, and it fucks with my brain because in my brain, the bomb is such a good piece of design in the original games because it's got a big fucking B on it.
Yeah.
Press the B button and it works. Like
Yeah.
it like clearly delineates. Like it's super intuitive. Whereas these new controls aren't intuitive at all. Even when I like them, they're just fucking arcane. And I press the B button and I do a fucking somersault. And it just fucking drives me nuts. It's like, oh no, right, B button is up here, not B.
You just
But I'm
somersault into something you're trying to
played
kill.
so many Star Fox games. It's ingrained in me. Or I'm not. I haven't played that many Star Fox games. I've played a lot of Star Fox 64, I should say.
Okay.
And that's ingrained in me that bomb is B because it has a fucking B on it, and there's
Yeah.
a B button,
Yeah.
and it's fucking like that's clearly where they're fucking up. Is like they're not thinking about what the player would do in the way that when Nintendo's at their best, they really do. They're just fucking doing their shit and like we're doing this right because we've decided that this, and it like makes sense if you've been locked in a room with that game and playing it all the time. You would
Sure.
know that that's the bomb button. But if you just pick it up, you assume bomb is B because it's got a fucking B on it.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you did want to change the button the bomb is in, you should change the fucking letter on the bomb to that.
Yep.
Call it like the Z bomb.
Yeah,
Now
you're
that-
right, actually. Something so simple would have helped your brain,
Yeah.
at least. Probably a few others. I mean, Comet agrees with you, so
Yeah, and it's like not just that one issue. That's like a good example to draw to you of like where Nintendo was fucking up, where their head was at that was wrong, is that they weren't thinking along these lines
right.
in terms of making the game accessible to people. Instead of saying, "This shit is fucking good, fucking do it,
Yeah.
fuck you."
Fuck you, Nintendo.
Yeah, like it's fucking.
But it's okay, I guess.
There are parts of it I fucking like. Like I kind of like the fucking Star Wars fights more than I like anything in terms of gameplay in Star Fox 64. Even like it's really fucking good when it works. It just doesn't work that often. Like it's just generally fucking sucky.
Yeah.
Occasionally brilliant.
You know what? That's how I would describe Nintendo in general, from my point of view. Kind of sucky, occasionally brilliant.
Yeah.
But when they're brilliant, holy fuck, they're on point.
Yeah.
When they like hit that note, they hit it perfectly. So,
I really like ship battles. That's what I was hoping for. And
yeah,
like that. Those were always my favorite parts of the N64 game. Anyway.
cool.
But yeah, man, a roguelike game
Yeah,
where you could really leverage the stuff of like having characters show up in different places. Like there's that split path thing in Star Fox is so tantalizing, but like it just doesn't. They just never do anything enough with it compared to modern games. Like Enter the Gungeon.
yeah.
It's a roguelike.
Have you been playing more of that then?
I've only played a couple hours of it. That game's okay, but
Yeah.
it just
It's easy to fall out of love with pretty quick. I feel.
I just feel like when I play it, I don't get good guns, and too many of the guns just suck and aren't fun to use.
I mean, you've seen my runs. I'm with you.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it can be bad. It's either feast or famine with that game.
yeah, like
Yeah.
if I think more of the guns were more fun to use,
Yeah.
I would like it more. Also, the T-shirt cannon should put T-shirts on
Yeah.
the enemies.
Yeah.
Come on, Duck Game does it. Fucking get your shit together. Gungeon.
Yeah, I know. Holy shit. Like, it's the easiest thing to do. Just when this equals this, like the bullet hitting,
Yeah.
change to this skin or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
And it's easy.
Draw a shirt on them. Come on.
Yeah,
What
come on.
the fuck are you doing?
Fucking idiots. That game's okay, though.
Yeah.
That
I've
game's
watched-
frustrating.
I mean, it's yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It feels like eventually it'll get better with an expansion.
Yep, I agree.
But who the fuck knows when that'll happen?
Yep. I don't like that the only way you can really get health all the time every floor is by, like, not getting hit at all during a boss.
Yeah, it's too snowbally for me.
What
Like,
I
if
would
you're-
like...
if you're good enough to avoid damage all the time, that's the only time when you get more health.
Yeah.
Like when you don't really need it.
Yeah. What I think they could do to fix this, and it's a simple thing, just make it when you take red heart damage. Like, so then I can buy armor if I'm feeling a little... Like, I can go to the shop, buy 1 or 2 armor, whatever they're selling,
Yeah.
or even just play as the Marine, because he starts with armor.
Yeah.
So, like, and then I'm good. Like, that's fine.
Also, I mean, armor is way less frequent in that game than like soul hearts are in Isaac.
Oh, for sure. All fucking hearts in that game are way less frequent than in Isaac.
That's true.
Yeah. That game, I feel like, is taking a few missteps into some territory I don't like. But as a whole, I think it's a pretty enjoyable experience when I play it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool thing.
I don't
It's
think
got
the
a
music's as good as a lot of people say it is, though.
Yeah.
I don't love it.
Like, it's okay. I do like that song that had the title song.
Oh, I mean, it's the best song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's good. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm with you. It doesn't stand out in my mind at all. Otherwise,
Nope. That game is fine though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about Hyper Light Drifter, since
So I
you
finished.
finished it.
Yeah, I finished Hyper Light Drifter. That game is just dope. Like I just
Okay.
fucking like that game. Like one of the reasons I wanted to play Under the Gungeon was just to compare how I felt about how they played in terms of like because they're both games that rely a lot on dodging.
Uh huh.
Hyper Light Drifter, you have this dash move, and the Gungeon, you have that dodge roll. And I just liked how Hyper Light Drifter plays more. And I like the again that's a standard video game of regular progression. Like you play that game once and then you could probably be done with it, even though or you could hunt out there are a bunch of secrets you could find. But yeah, I just kind of like that game more. Like I like that like structured, good design. It's a solid video game, man.
Yeah. It looks like it. I still haven't tried it out for myself.
Yeah,
And I probably never will. No, that's not true. I probably will when it's on sale for like $5 or something dumb.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun game.
It looks frustrating from the little bits I've seen people play.
It has a super good like every combat arena basically it's auto saving like
Oh,
it's super forgiving in terms of letting you try stuff again immediately so that individual combat stuffs are tough. It's like I'm totally fine with that. Like I'm fine with the game being hard. I just don't want to be punished for dying, and this game doesn't punish you. The most is ever you have to do like 2 combat arenas in a row.
okay. That's not
And
so
like,
bad then.
and like sometimes maybe you've put yourself in a bad position because your health's gotten too low. So like in the next fight, you're like, oh, I don't have enough health. This is super tough. But
Yeah.
when you know what you're doing, it's not that bad.
Okay.
And it's just fun. It's like I like the challenge in that game because it's the kind of challenge I like where it's hard. You have to do a lot of shit and dodge and learn patterns and stuff, but and they throw a shit ton of enemies at you, but it's super forgiving about you dying. Like you're just fucking there again. I can just try again, which is what I like.
Okay. Cool. I guess I should have made this segue because it's a bit easier from Gungeon, but I've been playing 20XX.
Yeah.
So for anybody who doesn't know what 20XX is, it is a Mega Man X ripoff with roguelite elements thrown in.
Mm-hmm.
Best way to describe it, I think.
Yes.
So that means that you don't die. Like when you die, the run is over, and you go back to your arc, which is like your main hub area with a small shop and unlockables and all that sort of shit. But you take damage for like hitting spikes, take damage from falling into a pit and stuff, where that stuff would kill you in Mega Man, and you'd have to start all over again. You just kind of keep going until you die. And there's like health upgrades, you can buy health from vending machines and like power units or whatever, so you can like use powers that you pick up. You can choose what powers you get at the end of a stage from like a choice of some random ones and the boss's weapon. You pick up powers randomly. There's shops that you can buy powers from, etc., etc. That game has some of the most brutally asshole-ish enemy placements I've ever fucking seen in video games.
They're really bad.
Yeah,
But
some
like,
of them are bad.
What I really like about 20XX is like for a roguelike, the tools you get just to start, like your base skill set, is really fucking good and fun already.
Yeah. You already
Like-
can dash. You already can charge your weapon.
You can wall jump. Like
You can already wall jump and stuff. Yeah, you're suited up. Like, think of like Mega Man X when you have like all of your like body parts in that game.
Yeah.
When you have the dash ability and being able to like wall jump and all that sort of stuff. You
Yeah.
have that.
and then it blows it out from there, and you can go get ridiculous on top of that. Like that's what I feel like roguelike should be doing more often. It's like don't start me like where I feel like shit.
Yeah.
And I don't have fun at first. It's only like at the end. Like get me to the fun immediately. Like what are we doing here?
Yep. It does a good job for that, especially since in your arc, if you have nuts, like, so what nuts are, it's the currency in the game, but you can buy items from, like, the main shop in your arc that that will now, like, to unlock them so that they'll appear in your game.
Yeah.
But there's also another shop on top of that in your arc where you can buy an item that you've already unlocked and seen to start your next runoff with.
Yeah.
Except for dailies and stuff, because those are seeded, so you start off at ground zero.
Yeah.
But I think that's cool. That is a cool thing to do in that game, because I feel like I'm really slow, so every time I can, I want to start with speed.
Uh-huh.
Especially after, like, some of the runs I've had where I'm just flying across the screen. It feels so good. Holy shit, does it feel good. And then you go back to baseline and you're like, well, I'm done with this game.
Yeah. That's the curse. That's the roguelike thing. Like, you've gotten super powerful and then, or just super fast. Like,
yeah.
Your movement is so fucking good. And then
Yep.
bring it back down.
And it does that so well. Also, the multiplayer is... First of all, it has multiplayer that isn't just local only, which is a huge plus for a roguelite.
Yeah. Like, I don't know these games not at least have that.
Yeah.
Like, fucking Gungeon doesn't have that. It has only local co-op.
Isaac doesn't have it. Risk of Rain does have it.
But it's a fucking...
It's terrible.
over IP stuff. Port forwarding.
Jammy Bastard. That's a great fucking name. I just had to call that name out from the chat. That's a great name. But yeah, more roguelites should do that. And sure, the netcode is really, really crappy right now for it. But it works for what you're trying to do. You can play a video game with your friend.
Yeah. I mean, the problem was last time we tried to play it, we couldn't keep playing. It actually broke.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't do that, then I'm fine with a little bit of fucking desync. As long as it's
the
generally...
desync's fine. It's actually kind of funny.
You're watching, you're like standing on a platform, but the person you're standing next to is like fucking shaking.
Like vibrating,
vibrating through the platform.
Yeah.
It's like you're in alternate universes that are just slightly out of sync.
Yep. I will be playing more of that game because I love Mega Man games.
Yeah.
Mega Man X is probably my favorite video game ever made.
Mm-hmm.
And I like roguelites. This is a great game for me.
Yep. With the procedural generated levels, you end up seeing a lot of the same sort of building blocks again.
Yep. I hope they add more. I hope they keep building on what they have. I hope they add more enemy types, like for bosses, because I like how they have it now where you can get through all the bosses and then you win. Yeah. But I would rather there be like, okay, choose like your stage 2 boss now, and there's like a rotating cast of like maybe 10 that you can like choose between.
Yeah. Like if they had, instead of having like 2 different kinds of maps for each boss, I think is kind of how it goes now. Like if they had 2 different kinds of bosses for each kind of level at least or something.
Yeah.
And then like also like a Dr. Wily's Castle equivalent at the end. Instead of it just ending when you've beaten all the bosses would be cool.
Yep.
Like some more endgame stuff. I'm sure that's coming. Eventually.
It is in early access, I will say, to anybody listening that doesn't know this game. So, yeah, I'm loving it already. So whatever they add on top of it, even if they don't add anything for a long time and they just optimize it, I'm in. Like, you guys got me.
Yeah, it seems like the developers have been cool about keeping it updated and keeping people informed about what they've been doing.
Yep, and it's a nice workable product. Like, it works when you buy it. You can play that game.
Yep.
That is... Okay, let's talk about some of these smaller things, like Shell Shock Live. Shell Shock Live, I think we need to talk about, because when I tried to talk about it on TDP, nobody understood what the fuck I was talking about.
I think John got there eventually.
Yeah, but it didn't click until he played it. And then he's like, oh, okay, this is why it's good. Look at all these weapons you can unlock. Yeah.
Like, also, that's the perfect kind of game for him. Like, he was obviously going to like that game based on what it is. Like, this is kind of game.
That's why it infuriates me when I'm just like, we should play this game. And he's like, no, I'm busy or whatever. So I'm like, fine. And then like 3 years later, he's like, this game's dope. I'm like, you son of a bitch. It's like, yeah, I've been playing it for 3 years, and now, like, I don't want to play with a newbie. But yeah, no, like, it's one of those games I think for anybody. Even watching it, you don't get the... Because I watched a bit of it before I bought it. You don't really understand why it would be fun until you're in it. It just feels good. It's a basic Scorched Earth type... what's the other thing called? There's an old Atari game.
I don't remember the name of the Atari game. I remember
like missile defense sort of thing, or whatever.
I remember a fucking built-in game on like Windows 95 that was super. That was like a super basic version of that kind of game.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like that with not even upgraded anything. It's just like prettier. Like they put lights on everything.
Yeah, it's still super basic visually, but it's got a shit ton of weapons.
Yeah, it has a shit ton of weapons. It's actually scary how many weapons there are.
Yeah.
The problem I have with that game is that it has a leveling system in it.
Yeah.
So there is a point where if you're level 60 and you're playing with level 1s, you just win because you have more shield, you have more mobility, you have more weapon types. Mm-hmm. It's completely unfair and unbalanced that way. I think there is like a fair mode where it like either dumbs you down or like gives everybody your weapon set or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
cool. I would prefer bumping everyone up to like giving them weapons of the person who's unlocked the most or something, because I feel like that would be the coolest. That would be like exciting for people who had not played a lot, and then but not like limiting people who had played a lot.
Yeah,
if they want to play with friends.
Comet brings up a point I wanted to talk about as well. They should not have global chat on as a default because it's the most heinous thing I've ever seen in a video game.
That is the worst global chat. It was literally just people saying the N-word over and over again. That's what that is. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's... You know how people say Twitch chat is cancer?
Yeah.
Like...
No. Shellshock Live.
Shellshock Live's global chat gave Twitch chat cancer.
Like, wow.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking terrible. I don't even
How do they not have a filter on that? What the fuck?
I don't get it. It's so... And the fact that that's a default on is terrible for streamers because you like, let's try out this game. Oh, the worst heinous shit just popped up on my stream. Great. It's
like
terrible.
That is a game fucking children could play. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's real bad. So another thing that happens in Shellshock Live that I found out by watching Corey play it one night, he joined a random game because there wasn't anybody online to play with. And they just got into a big clump and shot a bunch of shit up in the air, like a whole bunch of times to come down and like attack all of them with like 600 health or whatever, just so they could like level up quicker.
Oh.
And I thought that was the lamest thing. They were in that match for like half an hour.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah. So there's people quote unquote boosting in that game. There is
garbage.
And I saw online there's a way you can make a ruler to know exactly what like trajectory to shoot at people with.
People are scum.
I kind of want to make a ruler though. It just seems like it would take all day. So I won't explain how to do it here. There's like a video tutorial up if you are really wanting to do that, but like don't cheat, man. Come on. What's the point then? Because you know you're just going to win.
Yeah, man. You want to win.
I guess.
Yeah. Sounds miserable.
That game's fun, though.
Yeah.
I think the best thing that game has going for it as well is that for $20 you just get like a shitload of copies to give out. Like it's super cheap.
Yeah.
But not free. So because it's not free and they charge something, you still get a product.
Yeah.
Like it's not like half of a product.
You don't have to fucking pay to unlock guns.
Right, exactly. I wouldn't play it if you could.
Yeah. If they had any of that stuff in it, it would ruin it.
Yep.
You could ruin that super easily.
Yep, agreed. So that is a great super like chill out, watch a YouTube video or stream or listen to a podcast game because your attention can be divided with it. You just look over, like set your shot up, hit fire, and then like look back and keep watching your video. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's a super good game for that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all the shit here you have on your list. Let's start with Heroes of the Storm because I started playing this last night again alone, and I forgot how fun it is. It's pretty fun.
That game is good.
It's pretty fun.
Like I'm super into that game again.
Yeah.
In a way, I had burned out on it last year, near the end of the year. They added like a bunch of new heroes that I really like.
I tried out Zool actually a little bit.
Yeah.
He's super fucking strong.
He's really fucking good.
He's super fucking strong. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like, and I like how like the timer on all his abilities. Like he's got his Q that you put it down and then like after a second it goes. And you've got his root that goes and then it goes. There's like a rhythm to playing him that I really like. And then his just fucking minions are just fucking overpowered.
It's so good.
You just fucking like my ideal way to play Zool is I cover 2 lanes while the rest of I have a Zagara on my team who covers the other lane, and then the rest of the team can roam. Like ideally, that's how I'd want it. I would like a setup with him.
Yeah,
because you just wave clear so fast that you just fucking pop in, clear a wave, and then move on to another lane because it's going to take too long for the next minion wave to come to your lane.
And by like lane clear, you mean also the melee hero who's like dumb enough to be in his creep wave when they die and all turn on him at the same time with you attacking him as well. It's fucking weird, man. What a weird character.
Yo, when they first launched him,
yeah,
he could just solo kill enemy heroes like immediately. He was way stronger. Like you would just fucking walk up to someone, root them, pop your Q, and they would basically die.
That's
like,
hilarious.
It was fun.
I bet, yeah.
Because like all his numbers were tuned up. Because even now, like his stun, they just like you were just playing him last night. They just made his stun last shorter. Okay. They made a lot of stuns in the game last shorter. They tuned down a bunch of roots and stuns and stuff because they thought that was too big a part of the game. It's because those abilities are still great, even tuned down.
Yeah. I mean, going from that game, though, to Dota, like, when you get a stun in Dota, it's fucking forever.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it feels like you're just, like, out of the game for, like, 5 seconds. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why BKB is, like, the most important item in that game.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy how important. Like, I guess you have to tone it down in Heroes because you don't have the items to counteract this terrible shit.
Exactly.
So you have to just kind of make it easier in a weird way.
You have to rely on your team.
I could see Sylvanas being against Azul okay.
Yeah, she can at least clear out the minion waves super easily. Like they're not a problem for her. His minions he creates.
Yeah.
So they can kind of fight to a standstill in terms of lane.
Yeah.
But they just do very different things in a team fight.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he could easily kill Sylvanas, though, because she's kind of squishy as it is, and he does a shit ton of damage.
Yeah, she just has to use her escape to get away.
Yeah.
Basically. She has to run away.
Yeah. Yeah, because he doesn't have an escape, does he?
No, he does not.
Right.
He has no escape, and he has no chase down.
Right.
He just has that route if he's right next to you.
Right.
I also just like his role in team fights, where I like to take Frost Mage's ult, where you just drop these like 4 dudes in like a line, and they attack enemies and slow them.
Okay. So
you kind of just lock down the other team. You're like, they're here now, you like rely on your teammates to like have the follow through, to damage them down once they can't get away anymore.
Unless you can't rely on your teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens, but...
That happens a lot.
But when you can rely on your teammates, it's super fun. It's like when that game's like working, like your team's good, and
I mean, that's when every MOBA's working, right? If we're
yeah,
gonna be,
yeah.
yeah. But anyways, Heroes of the Storm is super fun.
Oh,
Uh,
they just changed the icon on specialists.
yep.
It's no longer a defensive shield thing because not all specialists play that way.
Right.
They're kind of trying to remind people like specialists are utility characters.
Yep.
They fill different roles just because there's a myth kind of out there that having two specialists on your team is bad.
No.
That's not the case. Like
No.
you can have fucking 4 specialists on your team and be good depending on who they are.
Having 2 bad teammates on your team is bad. Just in general, they could
Yeah.
be anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Like if people know what they're doing
Yeah.
and can play well, it's fine.
yep, it's true. Chromie came out recently.
Dude,
As of
Chromie
this
is so fun. Holy shit.
But
She's
yo, you
super
breathe on
squish.
her, she dies.
You breathe on her, she dies. So
Yeah.
she's not overpowered at all. She's definitely a high skill ceiling character. I think she has like the lowest win rate right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because people are just playing her and dying.
Yeah.
But like it just feels so good when you just fucking wreck people with her.
You do like KT like damage with her. It's crazy how
Like
hard she hits.
What it's similar to is the character Li Ming has a talent where it's called Glass Cannon,
Yeah.
where she becomes super squishy but just increases her damage a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like you're always playing that way.
Yeah.
You're just always a Glass Cannon. It's just what you are.
Her slow is fucking crazy too. How like
Yeah.
how bad that can fuck your team over.
It could fuck your other team over, and you always have it.
Yeah.
Like it's not on a long cooldown, and you can just let it sit there for a really long time.
It's like a 4-second cooldown or like something dumb.
I think it's like 8. But yeah, it's super short.
Yeah. You use it all the time basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just like you got that area control and you've got such good range
Yep.
because you have to. If if you're anywhere near anyone, you're fucking dead.
Yep.
You just get fucking rocked. But
She's cool. That is a cool character.
it's really fun playing her versus a hammer who
Yep.
has to be in one spot where
Yep.
your skill shots you can just fucking line them up easily.
Yep. Especially since like Hammer's getaway is even negated once you get your sandstorm.
Uh-huh.
Because you just like start with the sandstorm, and even like as she's trying to get out, it's like, oh, never mind, you just took like 500 damage. It's so dumb.
Yeah. And she has that one of her talents is like a quest where the more if you hit like 25 heroes with your Q, then
Yep.
it gets a boost. I like those talents.
I do too. Yep, that was a good idea.
Kael'thas has one of those. Fucking the one who's the most sort of in terms of a quest thing is Asmodan
Okay.
with his dunk,
Yeah.
where it increases damage as you get minion kills with it.
Right.
So like Asmodan ends up being a hero now where if you have someone babying him and like setting up big dunks for him where he can get like a whole minion wave clear or something quickly, his damage builds up on that ability so high that he can become a hard carry.
Yeah.
He's like a character where you can actually farm and then get super strong by the end of the game because he has such a high health pool also. Like he's super beefy.
We should do a Sylvanas Asmodan line, and I'll just like line up a bunch of easy kills for you every wave.
Yeah.
We'll get you like killing shit within 5 minutes. I'll just
Yeah.
go to each lane and just like fucking poison them all basically, and you can
Yeah.
finish them with one hit. That'll
So
be fun.
I also just the fucking Asmo dunk skin. It's so
Yeah.
much fun.
Yeah.
It's fucking sneakers. He wears sneakers on his feet.
That brings us to the most important thing about Heroes of the Storm, and the fact that Blizzard knows how to do skins like better than every other company out there.
Yeah.
And especially better than Rainbow Six Siege, which we'll talk about in a second. But the skins are so good in that game.
Fucking good.
They're just too expensive.
They're too fucking expensive.
Yep.
But I play as someone who plays that game a lot.
Yeah.
I can justify it. If
Sure.
I did play that game a lot, I couldn't. But
Sure.
A lot.
Yeah. God, they're so good.
Yeah, they just make me happy, which is really the important part to me about if you're buying a dumb skin. It's like, does it make it happy for you to have it and play with it?
There's like a Morales skin on sale right now where she's just like this heart warrior or something.
And I think her final color schema for it is Mega Man colored.
Yeah, I bought it because it's on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so dumb looking. Holy shit, is it dumb?
Yo, I love that in one of her color variations in her master skin is fucking Samus.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It's really good. I like that we have this weird thing of coloring Morales like video game characters.
Yeah.
Just having some of that. It's real cool.
That's a fucking good game.
Yeah. Like the way they've also they update they like balance that game like every week or two.
Okay.
So it's constantly sort of staying fresh for me as someone who's playing it and super into it a lot, where the heroes, if something is super broken, it's only going to be super broken for a limited time because they're going to fucking fix it.
Right.
Like, and heroes that are not good are getting updated and fucking reworked. Like, they keep changing. They also like keep updating like the pictures on the abilities. Like they just replaced a bunch more of them. Like, they're just always like doing more and replacing shit and like working on that game. It's just getting better and better. And it's like a thing where, I'm excited for Overwatch. I'm going to play a lot of Overwatch, but I'm not at the point where I was when Overwatch was out last year in beta, where I was like, I just want to play Overwatch. Fuck Heroes of the Storm as soon as Overwatch is out. Now I'm like, I want to play both these games.
Yep.
I want to add both these games to my rotation. So that's like Heroes of the Storm kind of has come a huge way for me, honestly.
Yeah.
In terms of how they've just supported it.
Also, just as a final note on Heroes of the Storm for this time, I'm going to urge everybody. It's a free-to-play game. If you've ever been interested in a MOBA, play this game. Like this one. Just download it, give it a shot with the free heroes, find one that you like. It's the easiest one to get into. It's the fastest one to get a game done in. And in the end, it's just like the funnest because the heroes aren't trying necessarily to be super balanced all the time. Like, some of them are just fun for a while. Especially if you get a new one before people have complained, you'll likely get an overpowered one for a while. Yeah. It's a good time, for sure. You don't have to spend any money in it if you don't want.
Nope.
You can buy all the heroes with in-game currency, and you get that in-game currency when you're new quite quickly. So,
yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
that's the one, man, in terms of where I would point people.
Yeah.
Because, like, even if the League has turned you off, it's a different enough thing, and it's much more accessible.
I think the one I would actually point people to is Smite. Because it doesn't feel like a MOBA.
Uh-huh.
I would think Smite, and then if you want to go more old-school MOBA style with, like, the top-down perspective and all that sort of stuff, then Heroes of the Storm, then maybe League, and then Dota, if those are, like, if we're only talking the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably the progression.
Yeah.
There has to be a middle ground between Heroes and League, but I don't think there is. I think League, or Heroes is the middle ground.
Yeah. I mean, like, the closest to middle ground is something like Smite, I would say. I guess.
But it's not like that style.
Yeah, it's like a different
weird
thing.
It's weird. Yeah. But it's fun.
Yep. I still need to try Paragon at some point. I haven't tried that yet.
Yo, that is a fucking MOBA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only it looks super, super good.
Yeah, it has that fucking Unreal Engine.
That's its gimmick, is that we can't make a new game style, but we can make it look pretty. And sometimes, that's fine. That's all you need sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, that's when I play fucking that Unreal Tournament. Those guns look real fucking good.
Yep.
Like fucking Unreal. Like, they know how to make shit look. They have a style. to make it look good.
I
A particular
played
kind of
I
thing.
played the alpha a little bit.
Oh.
It was a salt factory for me because it's just like I haven't been playing this,
Uh-huh.
so fuck it. I'm so angry. But yeah, it looks good and it feels good.
Yeah.
And when people start making a bunch of shit for that game, it's going to be pretty dope, I think.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll ever get out of pre-alpha.
I sure hope not. Because then we might have to play it. Let's just stay on the Blizzard train and talk about Overwatch and how that's going to be consuming our life this week, probably.
Yeah. Gonna be playing a lot of Overwatch. I'm super excited to get on that fucking skin grind train.
Yeah, now that, like, this is the thing, is that I wanted to come out, so now I can save my progress, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, now it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Before, it was just kind of like having fun, introducing some new people to it to see if they liked it, playing with them.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, now it's on. Now
Yeah.
we are leveling up, we are keeping skins. Like, now it's going to be fun.
Skins.
Yeah. I can't wait for everyone on Twitch to stream Overwatch and nothing else. I'm like, yeah, okay, so this is a thing I've been wondering. I don't think I'm going to stream it. It's probably going to be like my just fun time game because I don't want to be one of those people.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, like if you're a big streamer, you have to stream that stuff. You have to be the big one on Overwatch or on like whatever. Me, I can play whatever and be like I can be Sanctuary. Like where people are like, I'm so fucking sick of Overwatch. I'm like, well, come over here. I'm playing Parappa the Rapper. Like just something completely different.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm considering not doing it. Maybe on off days like today or Sundays or something like that. Where it's just whatever. But,
Like I mean, if that's what you want to play,
yeah, that's it.
it's not necessarily like, oh, I actively don't want to stream this. It's just like,
No, it's not that I actively
Yeah.
don't want to. It's just
Exactly.
that like I'm not gonna feel like I have to be there day one doing
yeah.
it. I'll be there day one playing. I just won't be there day one necessarily streaming it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. According to some people, Overwatch is actually bad for views because so many people are playing it and streaming it themselves. That's true. I don't think it's a particularly fun game to watch either. Because I never, even though I loved Overwatch for a long time, I never watched people play it.
I think first person shooters in general
Are
sort
hard.
of have that problem. Yeah, because you don't have the situational awareness about what's going on
Yep, I agree.
compared to something like a MOBA. Like a MOBA, you fucking see the board. Like you can get an idea about what's going on everywhere.
Yep,
Or it's
I
like
agree.
even the one I kind of like watching Siege the most out of first person
Yep,
shooters
me too.
because it's fucking tactical.
Yep.
But even then, like you don't know what's going on with a lot of people when you're watching someone play because you don't like if someone you're missing a lot of the action. Like
Yeah.
it's just there's a lot of information you don't have, which is not great as a viewer. It's good
Yeah.
for a game, but yeah.
I'm super stoked though. Time to get some skins and sprays, and if they allow me, throw money into that game somehow. We'll see.
We'll see.
I kind of hope they do. Because, like,
I mean, I've already bought skins.
yeah, I'm the type of person that, like, I would rather just pay for one skin I like for $15 than have to
Yes.
spend, like, 50 hours to grind it out.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Because I just want it now, damn it. I have a fucking job. Like, this is what I work for, is to, like, buy stuff that makes me happy for a weekend.
Yeah.
So, speaking of all this shit, I guess, Rainbow Six Siege was the big one before Overwatch these last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Because they had an update, finally. They went from whatever the fuck it was called before, Black Ice or whatever, that DLC pack, where Frost and Buck, two of the Canadian operators, were announced, to the Navy SEALs. The Americans are back with Dustline DLC. So we got Blackbeard, who has a rifle with a shield on it. Which is the dumbest thing in theory, but, like, he's super good at what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And we have Valkyrie, who throws cameras everywhere and gives like your team intel the whole time.
And it's like, I actually think what's cool about Valkyrie is like if there's a Valkyrie on the defense, you kind of feel like the other team is cheating, but even if you do, you're like, they probably just have Valkyrie cameras everywhere. That's how they know everything.
Unless they're blatantly cheating.
Unless they're blatantly cheating. But like there's that feeling sometimes where you're like, how do they know where I am? It's like, if you're playing Valkyrie, they know where you are. It's just a thing.
The nice thing too that's inadvertent about adding Valkyrie is that they buffed IQ. Because now having an IQ means that you will actually stay in the shadows, essentially. If the IQ is actually like good at looking through her little thing.
Yes, they both buffed IQ, made her scanner better, and gave her a reason to be used.
Yeah, which is super cool. I like IQ. I just thought she wasn't good.
The fucking internet loves IQ too.
The internet loves IQ. I've always liked her AUG though. Like her gun is good. Her gun.
She was one of the first heroes I played.
But you always feel useless. Yeah. Because like I want to play this character because her gun's good, but her gadget isn't. And now her gadget is like super dope because a lot of people play Valkyrie now that she's actually out to everybody.
Yeah.
A lot.
She's fucking useful as shit.
She's like the new Rook. Like every defending team will have a Valkyrie. They'll have a Rook, a Valkyrie, maybe a Castle, and like that's it. Maybe
I feel like Castle just isn't that useful enough anymore.
No, he isn't.
It's too easy to break through his shit. Like that, you can break through Castle thing with like just shooting it a bunch, or like
you can punch it to death. Actually,
yeah, just punch it to death, or just use a standard breach. Like, there's too many ways to get around it because like you're kind of safe using a standard breach because they can't see you.
Yep.
Like
the Sledge can break it with one hit. Like everything fucking breaks the Castle wall. The only Castle is good on certain maps though, like where it's really hard to get at windows.
Yeah, there's certain situations where he's useful. He's just super situational.
But unless you're in like ranked where you can choose where you are, like you won't see a Castle probably anymore. You'll always see a Frost, it seems. People love that shotgun. That's Super 80.
Yeah, those bear traps are really useful, too.
Yeah, just for, like, even making them not feel comfortable walking around. It's super useful.
You just stick them under fucking the hatches in the ceiling.
Yep.
Just fucking get in people's way. Because it feels like those feel like they get in people's way better than like Kapkan's traps. Which I feel like people always see.
Oh, yeah.
Because the fucking color stands out so much compared to the bear traps are just fucking black.
Yep.
Blend in better.
Yep.
God, those Kapkan traps stand out so much. Fucking.
It's annoying how much they stand out, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the new operators. There's a new map called Border. The new map is... The idea behind the new map is that it's confined to one building, much like House or Oregon or any of those. But, like, the spawn points for the objectives are in rooms where you can just, like, blow the hell out of every fucking wall around it.
Yeah.
And it's super disorienting the first couple times you're playing it. I'm starting to get a hang of it now.
Yeah.
But fuck, dude, that map is weird. That is a weird map when you're defending. Attacking it's way funner.
Yeah. Like, the only walls that like, aren't destroyable are, like, outside building walls. It's like, it's kind of... Sometimes it's hard to get in the building, but once you're inside, you can blow through almost anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that
cool
map.
Though.
I definitely think that's a cool map. I like it more than the boat, for sure.
Yep. Headgear. Hats are in siege.
Hats.
Hallelujah.
Also charms.
Hats and charms.
Charms I kind of care more about because you can actually see them yourself.
Yep, I agree. But the fact that Ash has a beret makes her closer to Jill Valentine than ever. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, they just need fucking more hats and
and more charms.
Better and dumber ones.
Yep.
Like there are like hints of it, like the fucking unicorn charm. It's real good.
Yep.
But I want more. I want more. I want that game to get sillier.
Other things they added, there is now the showcase at the end when the team wins. It just shows them standing like a bunch of smug assholes, and then it like does this weird zoom in on the MVP of that team.
Just like Overwatch.
Just like Overwatch, yep. And yeah, they fixed a bunch of dumb shit with some operators. Tachanka can now place his turret in like infinitely more spots than he ever could before, which makes him viable as a dude.
Yes. Yeah, the putting shit down was fucking can still be a pain in the butt sometimes, but
it can be real bad.
It was real bad before.
Like we said, IQ has been fixed so that she's way better being able to see stuff. She can actually just like if you're on bomb, she can see the objective through the walls
that's
now.
super cool.
Yeah. What else is there? What's the other character? Montaigne now has like a full 180-degree shield. So he is literally a door now that you cannot kill if he stands there.
When you're Montaigne in a door and you just look at the enemy team and just like stare at them, I'll fucking love it.
It's kind of scary though. Like when you're on the other side.
Yeah. You have to fucking be real careful of C4.
Yep.
But because you will get fucked. But I had a situation where I was like Montaigne in a door and like I dodged a C4 and then they threw another C4 and I dodged that one and I was still just standing in the door.
And then you just stood there.
Yeah.
Yep. It's pretty good. The fact that they haven't added like skins for your shield is super irritating to me though.
Like they're not on their skin. They're not on their skin game.
Blizzard would have added that by now. Yeah. What else? The sights were reworked. The more annoying ones that nobody used, red dot sights, are now better, and more importantly, the triangle sights are usable now because it's not just like a giant triangle; it's like a precision triangle.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know why the fuck they ever made it just a giant green triangle, but whatever. They fixed it, so it's all good. They upgraded a bunch of random shit with, there's patch notes. You can look it up if you actually care about this stuff. We're not going to go over the minutia. The most important thing, though, you can skip the intro cutscene, which is good when you have to reload this game more than twice in a night.
Yeah.
So
I love that the workaround for that was fucking deleting the videos in the folder.
Yeah.
For this. So fucking dumb. Yo, video game companies, make your fucking intros skippable. You pieces of shit.
Yep.
That's just a quality of life thing. You're being an asshole if you don't let people do that.
Agreed.
Also, apparently, like the heroes that got the characters that got the most reworks. Also, in terms of if you looked at the statistics, they were the ones that were being played the least. So they were aware of who people were gravitating away from, and they made appropriate changes.
Yep. They've done good, and I had a lot of fun the release week of it.
Yeah. I
think I'm cooled off a little bit, though. I played a lot of Valkyrie. Holy fuck have I played Valkyrie.
Just had to keep playing Valkyrie. She was too fucking useful.
She was, but dude Zillis, it was like, you have to... Like, he would leave Corey's chat just to come to me to, like, be like, play Valkyrie. It's like, okay. And then I played Ash one round, and he flipped his shit. He was super angry. But, yeah.
He was riding you.
It was funny. It was fun. Let's end it off with the game to end all games. Doom. They released...
Doom!
And holy fuck, is it Doom. It is a Doom game.
Yo, they made Doom!
If that feeling, like, this is kind of a hard thing to get across to, like, I know a lot of people that watch are, like, maybe 18 or, like, 20 or something, so Doom 1 and 2 were already in the past when they were born.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, the first time you played the first Doom, holy shit, it was, like, mind-blowing. This is that feeling again. It's like playing the first Doom with today's graphics.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. It's really fucking good.
It is.
It's what I want. It's what I want from first person shooters. Fucking fast and frenetic.
Yep. And like, let's get past the way Doom is with like heavy metal music and the gore and all that stuff. That's all there. That's all beautiful. It runs so nice. It is amazing how nice that game runs, how well optimized it is.
Yeah, it's real fucking good.
That game is magic. Like, that is programming magic there to make something look that fucking good.
Yeah.
And run so flawlessly. Like,
it's a little fucking refreshing because fucking it as like Rage didn't run great when it launched on PC.
Yeah.
Like they had in like more their last releases, which is a while ago now, but they've had a little trouble getting their PC ports under. Like,
for sure. Good. For sure.
So it's super good to see that this runs well.
It's so fucking good. And like, okay, let's go back to the little things. Like, you're running around and there's just like the doo-doo or whatever playing, and then like enemies start showing up and it just starts fucking going heavy, and you're like, this is like the perfect amount of like ambient crappy metal for this, because like this isn't a soundtrack I would listen to by myself, even though I like metal music.
Yeah,
but it's so ingrained into like how Doom should feel that it's perfect. It hits every fucking note. When you get into like one of those little arenas or whatever, and there's just dudes coming out of everywhere, the metal music's going crazy, and you're punching them and ripping them apart and stuff. Like, it's so fucking good. Holy shit!
Also, that fucking the intro sequence is so good. Like, dude, there's like minimalist storytelling in a lot of this, but what is there is good. Like, it's
well, okay.
Doom guy is so angry.
Yeah.
He's so mad.
So, like, what was happening? He was like a science experiment, but, like, the scientists were devil worshippers or something? Like,
it's like,
I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
The way I've heard described is, like, if you think about it as, like, a retelling of Doom 3, because Doom 3 was also on Mars, where instead, like, at the end of Doom 2, instead of the Doom Marine dying, he was encased in carbonite.
Oh, okay.
And it was like enshrined, and it was like being worshipped, because honestly, Doom Marine kills a fucking lot of demons.
I mean, he is like the ultimate demon.
Yeah,
himself.
He's the actual monster.
Yeah,
like, he makes the monsters look like fucking trash.
He fucking rips them apart. Like, he's terrifying. Yeah.
And then like a demonic invasion happens, and the Doom Marine wakes up, and he's gotta fucking crack some skulls.
Yo, but they wake him up though. They're like around him praying in that like small cutscene at the very beginning or something.
Yeah, apparently, like if you really care, you can dig into the codex stuff. Like, they wrote the whole story out. They just don't give it to you because Doom guy doesn't care.
No, and that's good.
That I love that, where there's like the cutscene of where like evil Optimus Prime sucked you. Like, I'm sure we can find our way to where this can be beneficial to us both. Yeah. And Doom guy just fucking throws the fucking computer
and just
like,
keeps running through. Yeah, he just runs through the hallway and kills a bunch of shit.
Yeah, like fucking, and like the guy's like talking about how it was all worth it for the betterment of humanity, and Doom guy just like glances down at a dead human and starts like cracking his knuckles.
Yeah,
you just fucking feel his like seething rage, even though like they characterize him really well, even though he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like it.
I love the enshrined fucking power armor. It's real fucking funny.
Yeah,
like the candles. Demonic invasion in progress.
The way that game starts is like you wake up, you get your armor or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you like have a room where like you get used to fighting stuff. They kind of take it easy on you, just giving you some imps, basically.
Yeah.
When you clear it, you go through a hallway. There's like the audio log or whatever. You just like throw away. You go down the ladder, and then it's just like the metal music fucking goes up to 20, and then Doom just appears on the screen and is like shaking a little bit.
Doom. That's a good title. That's a good title card.
It's a good title card. I can't wait to play more of it. I can't wait.
Yeah. So we should also talk about like the way that defines this game in terms of how it plays.
Yeah.
Where you're fast as shit. Yep. Never reload.
Nope.
There's no reloading.
Nope.
But like the balance of the game is so much about it. It also has the Doom thing where you're fast enough. You're like dodging projectiles coming at you, and you're fucking moving to the side. But it has a great pace because it's not like you have that much. It doesn't have regenerating health. It's all health pickups,
Right.
and your guns don't have that much ammo they can hold. Like your shotgun holds like 20 shells or something.
Right.
But the balance of the game is when you get is into these glory kills where when you get something down really far, you hit the melee button,
Yep.
you just fucking tear them apart. You like crash them on your skull, and you get health every time you do that.
Yeah. When I saw that, like when they were showing that at E3, I was like, "Oh, that's gimmicky as shit. Like that looks so dumb. I'm never going to use that." But they justify it in a way that not only is it important to the flow of the gameplay,
Yeah.
it actually feels good because it, like, while you're doing it, like, it looks cool, first of all, blah blah blah, any of that stuff, but like, it keeps you going, and it makes combat feel like just this, and like you feel like a demon. Like,
Yeah.
it's
You're just like,
yeah,
just fucking fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
And also, like, it's so the button is really forgiving in terms of like you can be kind of far away,
Yeah.
and press it, and it just fucking locks you in. Like,
Yep.
it's very easy to pull it off once you're into it because they just want you to fucking get into it and go.
Have
'Cause
you
gotta
seen
keep
any pinky monsters yet? The pink, like, bubblegum demons, I used to call them.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen them yet?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So, I was watching a video after I played a little bit of Doom to see, like, what other monsters there are.
Uh-huh.
And, like, I thought it was so cool that one of the glory kills is, like, you taking, like, grabbing its mouth, ripping its tooth out, and slitting its fucking throat with it. It's so fucking terrible. It's so good.
Yeah, there's a power up we get where you're just berserker
Yeah.
and you only melee, and there are like separate kills for that.
Yeah.
They're like even more intense.
You get that, actually
there's,
in
like-
the first area.
Yeah, there's one in the first area, so they show that off to you. And also, like, their animations are slightly different depending on how you approach things or like what's around you.
Yeah.
Like they did a lot of work in terms of having some variation there.
Oh, another way it feels like a Doom game. The way you find that Berserker mod is by looking around. There's
Yeah.
not just like... It's one of these games where, like, you'll go into an area and you'll just walk all around it looking for secrets and, like, backtracking, seeing, like, looking for key cards even. Colored
Yes.
key... Like,
Colored
it is a
key
Doom...
cards.
It's a fucking Doom game!
Oh,
In
my favorite
2016.
key card is you find a dude and you rip off his arm because you need to get through a hand scanner.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Also, they do when you get to hell, the key cards are skulls.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
This was also an original Doom.
Yep.
So the other thing is, have you gotten the chainsaw yet?
No. Oh, like, I'm in the part with the chainsaw, I haven't used it.
So the thing with the chainsaw has like 3 fuel things.
Yep.
But the way it works is when you kill something with the chainsaw, which is a one-hit kill on any enemy, it's the strength of the enemy determines how much fuel it uses.
Oh.
Just fucking ammo pours out. Your chainsaw is actually your tool you use when you're out of ammo. And
Oh.
you're just like, now I kill you with the chainsaw, and now I'm flush with ammo again. Like,
Okay.
that's how that flow is built in. Just so the chainsaw has like a specific use. But also like just being a one-hit kill on anything.
Right. Cool.
Which is super smart.
Yeah.
Like that you kind of always have a way to like get yourself out of a situation. Like just an activeness to what you can do in any given moment in that game. It's so fucking good.
Did Carmack
the map
work on this
design
game?
is really good. What?
Did Carmack work on this game?
I don't know if he worked on it at all. Like he's left the company. So
Yeah.
like he
Weird.
got super obsessed with well, Carmack's more of a tech guy anyway, so
Yeah.
his whatever work he might have done with it would probably have been done super early.
But, like, the optimization is so
Yeah.
fucking good. That's what makes me think maybe he, like, helped out or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Like he gets much more into solving problems and
Yeah.
moving forward, so that's why he moved on to VR.
Yeah. But, shit, man, that game.
It's fucking good.
It's
And the
ref-
maps are really good. They're like simple, but they're also layered. There's like a whole verticality to the game.
Yep.
Like
There-
you're just fucking going through a place and then you find the end, you drop down and you're back where you started and
I think the most important thing this game does is show that, like, you can do old-style games by,
Yeah.
like, doing it a fresh way
yeah.
for this generation.
Like instead of them going like, oh, let's take what is in modern shooters and then try to turn that into Doom.
Yeah.
They like went back like what's core to Doom,
Yeah.
and like bring that forward.
Like what feeling do you get when you are playing this game? Let's have that feeling upgraded to this generation.
Yeah. What are the mechanics of Doom that we need to hold on to, and what can we change and modernize?
Yeah.
So there's like this game also has fucking weapon upgrades.
Yeah.
And like you have like weapon mods where you can swap between two different things for what your like alt fire is on your guns. It's all super cool.
Yep.
Although I got the super shotgun recently. That doesn't have a weapon mod because that's just the fucking super shotgun.
Does it have the beefy sound when you reload?
Yeah.
Oh god, yes. I'm so excited. I need to play more of it.
Just fucking regular ass shotgun, but it's so powerful.
Oh man.
And like it keeps giving you guns, like, and you just get to fucking have all of them. So it's like
good.
You just and your clip size on any gun is so low that when you're in fucking giant fights, you're like, oh, this gun's dead, switch into this gun. Oh, that gun's dead, switch into this gun. You just like go through, and there's like a reason to use all your weapons, and then you fucking bust out your chainsaw and you get all your ammo back, and you can go through them all again. Like, and they're just these big combat arenas where you're just jumping all around, and there are fucking enemies everywhere. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. And then like there's secrets to explore and find. Like these bobblehead things, and you can find classic Doom level stuff, which I played one of. It's like the classic levels in Wolfenstein. They did that too in this, where you see like
apparently there's one in every level.
Yeah,
every stage, I guess. It's not really a level.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I only found one of them so far. And then there are like rune challenges.
Yep.
Where you do like a specific thing, and
there's a lot of shit in this game.
It's a lot of shit in this game. It's really good. It's really good.
People that were like, "Oh, this game's gonna suck because of the multiplayer," man, they're missing out. Holy shit, are they missing out?
Yo, the multiplayer was fine.
It was fine, but
single player's really fucking good.
But the single player is why you should come to Doom.
Yeah, it's something special. Like there just isn't a shooter like this. No. In terms of like how it's modern fidelity and stuff, and feeling really good. Ugh.
Yeah.
Fucking good, dude. Man.
It's so good.
Man. They made Doom. In
2016.
2016, they made Doom. And it's like the fucking freshest feeling single player shooter played in a while.
Like, how dare they? How dare they make me care about Doom again? Because I love Doom. I liked Doom 3 for Christ's sakes, but not because it was Doom. Because I kind of liked like the horror shooter game at that time.
Yeah, it's a very different thing.
Yeah, this is legitimately like back in like 1990 whatever 2 or 3 or 4. Like this is Doom.
This is Doom
again.
Like they justified having it just be called Doom.
Yep, they did.
Like, they earned that title.
Yep. And I'm super glad that like there's a Doom now for like the new PC gaming generation. Like I'm glad that there is like a 13-year-old version of me out there, and this is like the game they're hiding from their parents or whatever, and playing
pentagrams and demons and
and just like fucking rocking out to metal music. While like killing a bunch of shit. I'm glad that exists for the new generation. So I'm super stoked. And it's so good. It is so fucking good.
Yeah. It's just fucking I love like just the fucking anger you feel in the Doom guy when he's doing shit and just fucking tearing apart fucking demons. Fuck demons, man. Fuck them.
Fuck demons. Yeah. Oh, also technically, like, let's talk about the technical specs for this game or whatever. You can run it on like a fucking potato on medium if you wanted to.
Nice.
Like most computers that are gaming computers can run on high and ultra. You have up to 130 field of view. So you have huge field of view if you want it. You have the option to put all of your computer stats on screen. Like, you can, like, it's weird. There's, like, a low option, which will just show, like, your frames per second. medium options and stuff like that, up to like ultimate options where you'll see every core on your computer, how much they're working, your network stuff. It's crazy how much technical shit they put into it.
That's neat.
I can't wait till people start playing with the stat map and we can get some cool shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I think
they
it's
can
a
do
good
cool co-op stuff there too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's worth the money, honestly. And
yeah, because it's fucking. I mean, if you like first-person shooters, like
for sure,
fucking good. God damn.
Yeah, it is.
God damn.
The only thing I would have to say as a caveat is if you like first-person shooters and you haven't played an old-style first-person shooter where you are super fast, there's no cover system, there's no, like, regenerating health, like, you have to be an old-style, like, fan of shooters. If you like the, like, Call of Duty style right now, it might be a bit much at first, but I think you'll like it. I think you'll learn to love it. It's pretty good. Just know what you're getting into.
Yeah. Like, I totally gravitated away from shooters when they moved towards the cover stuff. So seeing a game that's like big budget and getting back to just fucking running around and murdering everything.
Yep.
Really makes me happy.
Yep.
Really makes me happy.
Agreed.
Look, you can do a first-person shooter without a stealth sequence, too. You can do it.
Oh, are you kidding me? Doom Guy doesn't fucking care about stealth.
He does not give a shit.
He wants things to see him because it's easier if they come to him for him to kill them.
Yeah. Yeah, and just that fucking, like, that loop of, like, oh, my health's getting a little low. Up, better fucking tearing shit apart. And,
yeah.
That fucking core loop is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Getting a shotgun blast on, like, 3 dudes that are in close proximity and just, like, ripping them apart as you go, like, in a line just by mashing F. It's so good.
The one thing I heard, I think Jeff Gerstmann said this, was, you should be able to kill 2 enemies in one glory kill if they're right next to each other.
I agree.
You should be able to smash their fucking heads together. It's like the one minor thing of like, this could be better. That's like the one thing.
When that's like the biggest problem your game has is that you could do it a little cooler, you're in a good position.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't usually recommend $80 games because I realize, like, for Canada, because, like, I realize how much of an investment it is.
Yeah.
If you like that type of shooter, you owe it to yourself to get this game and try it out. Even just try it, actually. Go to a friend's house or something, give it a shot. Like, rent it? Yeah. I don't think
and
you
if
can
you
rent
played that, if you were turned off by that multiplayer beta, the single player is a different game.
Completely. Like, it's different people.
It literally launches in a different, like, if you select multiplayer, it relaunches the game. Like, it's a separate executable, even. Because, like, the way the upgrades work, the way the weapons work, even, the way the fucking flow of the game is completely different. And it's made by different people. Like, it's just a different thing.
Yep. Cool.
Yep.
I think that's a podcast.
That's a podcast.
Yeah. So, yeah. I never know how to end these things. Oh, right. This is an old thing, but what are we throwing in the barrel? I don't think I did anything I really hated. If anything, I'm going to say maybe Gungeon can go in the barrel. Everything else that we talked about, I've been pretty stoked on.
Throw the fucking...
The plot line to Civil War in the barrel.
Yeah, the plot line to Civil War, most of Star Fox Zero, but not all of it.
Oh, right, Star Fox Zero.
Yeah.
I've been having a good time with games recently. I'm pretty stoked. Not much to complain about, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's been a good time.
Good times.
No go on Gungeon. No, I like Gungeon. It's just that out of all the things we talked about, that's probably my least thing that I'm super stoked on. So maybe we don't have to throw anything in the barrel. I think you should throw parts of Star Fox Zero in the barrel because it sounds bad.
They're fucking trash.
Yeah, from what I've heard, that's well deserved.
Yeah.
Other than that, thank you for listening, as always. If you want to send stuff in, we do have a Twitter, A Burning Barrel, at A Burning Barrel. It's so dumb, but whatever. Podcast at burningbarrel.co works. Burningbarrel.co almost got lost in the ether for some reason, and then it took like 3 business days for it to come back online, even though all they had to do was like touch a switch. My payment info apparently like wasn't working.
Weird.
So they took the domain name back. Fucking assholes. So, yeah, that was almost gone. That's all fixed. Crisis averted.
Crisis averted.
And we'll see you guys in hopefully next week. We're going to try to be more frequent.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way, but I think we're thinking Fridays.
Yeah.
When I'm not taking a nap or like whatever the fuck was happening this Friday with TDP and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Dude.
yeah.
Yeah. I know the annoyance when you fucking sleep through an alarm. It's fucking infuriating.
It's really, really bad for sure. All right. See
Yeah.
you guys later.
See ya.